Hello, YouTube. Just thought I'd get this video out. Sorry, hold on. As you can see, I just got my new mask. I like it. I had to repaint it and everything, but you know. And as you can tell by the music, we are going to be talking about Halloween and last year's reboot and the future of the series. And there's a few things I wanted to get out there. A few things I liked about this last year's reboot of the Halloween Michael Myers. First thing, the mask, obviously. So everyone knows from that they're basically the reboot goes from 1978's very original John Carpenter's to this year's by Blumhouse, which was directed by Green. I'm sorry if I get my facts straight. I'm trying to research this as I go. It's just for fun. But what I'm really psyched about is that there are going to be 2 more sequels coming in the next few years. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. And Jamie Lee Curtis is set to reprise both parts. Let's see. So yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen the Halloween, I should recommend you see it. I'm a big Halloween fan. He's the OG. Can't fuck with Mike. So yeah, next year is supposed to be when the new Halloween Kills comes out, and if anyone has not seen the new Halloween, I recommend you go see it. How it ends, obviously spoilers. Laurie Strode being redone again by Jamie Lee Curtis. Is they basically trap Michael in his house and they set the house on fire. So the granddaughter, is traumatized by this whole thing. She witnesses these murders, her friend finding her friend on the fence with thing going through his face, her dad murdered, and then seeing going through her grandmother's shooting range and all this trauma. So I think there's gonna be a lot of things they can do with the series. But for me, one of the things I really liked about the series was, yes, they brought back the mask, and 2, the soundtrack was very key to the original. That original John Carpenter's. What you heard in the intro. What I want to know is how the mask will look. For one thing, there's a few things that happened in this one. As you remember, if you guys watched the movie, Laurie is being choked through the door, and she manages to squeeze a shot off and blows off 2 of Michael's fingers. Fuck! I can't choke you with these ones. I guess you could. I don't know. But anyways, and he gets stabbed 3 times. Obviously, he's gonna be fucking burnt. So, and they don't show what happens to him at the end of the movie. They showed the cellar is on fire, but there's no body being burned. I think so. They don't exactly say it's, and they kind of end the movie with some heavy breathing. So I don't know. I'm gonna know is how this movie's gonna is the mask gonna be melted to his face and even then that's one of the things I always liked about the mask, to not to disrespect any other one that's done this. I didn't really care for Rob Zombie, the second one. Obviously, yeah, he's trying to make it more amounts of reality that latex, it does deteriorate, and I don't know. I didn't really like that they made him this. He spoke and everything. For me, Michael Myers was this, just pure evil. That's it. He was pure evil. He had no moral. But I guess with Rob Zombie, he wanted to this is what going through his head was going through this whole movie, seeing his mother, his little self as a kid and everything. Then I don't know. But as when they announced the reboot and that Jamie Lee Curtis was coming back and that they everything from Halloween except for Season of the Witch that was unrelated, but everything from season like part 4 to on never happened. So I was really super like excited about this. There was no Laurie Strode was Mike's sister, and you know, nothing like that. And it's like he was just a maniac that went. So I think they're gonna try and do is that because of that night, like Laurie Strode, the character, not just like her, other people's kids were killed in this movie. The 1978 movie, like there were people killed. Like there's her friend Annie. Obviously, those families are gonna be traumatized, and they have to tell their story. Maybe that's where to go with this one. So, we got to see how Laurie Strode was affected by this happening to her. She went all like doomsday ready, just wanted to take on Michael, and how it affected her family. Like she was like an alcoholic, and just did everything she could to prepare herself and her daughter to be ready for something because she already kind of knew that was going to happen. But and then you had the crazy doctor who basically broke Michael Myers out of the fucking transfer. And we got to see like a side of like Michael that was like really dark, even more darker than I was used to. Not to say that hasn't been done before in Rob Zombie's take, but he kills a kid off screen, and he just kind of goes and he just walk through this town. Obviously, again, remember spoilers. He goes through town. He kind of does like the same thing, like he kills this lady in a pink robe, which is kind of the same thing in the 1978. Finds a lady, beats her, whatever. And this one, yeah, same thing. There's some things that are similar, like some of the music as well has been done tastefully. But there's also some new tracks on there too. Annie, I think Michael hunts the granddaughter. That was a pretty cool track. So I'm kind of going jumping off back and forth on different things I want to talk about in this movie. So got 2 more sequels coming up, and once again, I'm very curious as like how this guy's like he was on fire. Like how's the mask gonna look? Is there gonna be a mask? Like is this gonna be like half a face or just mouth, like 2 faces? I don't know. I'm kind of curious, like in how it's gonna be like interpreted in the next one, or if there isn't gonna be a mask. Maybe it'll be walking around band-aids or something. I don't know, but I can't wait. Once again, happy Halloween coming up very soon in the next few weeks. So this is my Halloween video, and take care, everyone. Bye.